Hello everyone, it's thomasjujube, and welcome to another unboxing video. I am very excited for this unboxing video, like I am for almost all of them, but today is many years in the making, and it wouldn't have happened without today's sponsor.
JP Fans is a Japanese proxy website that lets you buy from Japanese marketplaces like Mercari and Amazon Asia. You can shop for thousands of local Japanese items, including the newest Kamen Rider toys and gadgets, or pre-owned Super Sentai robots from many years ago. Items you wouldn't normally see on your local Amazon, and much cheaper compared to the prices on eBay. And compared to other proxy sites, JP Fans has lower service fees per item, so if you've been hunting for that one specific item, or just want to explore what Japan has to offer beyond tokusatsu merchandise, you've got to use my link in the description to sign up and instantly get 8 shipping coupons to make the trip from the private warehouse to your house that much easier. If you'd like a full tutorial on the site and how to use it, make sure you check out my JP Fans introduction video, and stop overpaying on your tokusatsu toys and start shopping like a local at JP Fans.
In addition to that tutorial video from JP Fans, you should also probably check out my latest video from JP Fans, because it's very relevant to this unboxing. It's basically part 1. This is part 2. So you have to see both. It's mandated by law. And actually, before I unbox what's in here, I want to let you guys know there is a whole other box to open in this video. So thank you, JP Fans, for all this. Alright, first up, number 7 Judenshi. Is this 7? 7 Judenshi Ankidan. And number 8 Judenshi Boompaki. I forgot the name. Here we go. The two, what is this combo called? Kung Fu? The two Kung Fu friends. There we go. Oh, that's kind of underwhelming, but it does unlock him. So he can go back there. And he's got a big thing. His tail is pretty cracked. And it's kind of impossible to find an Ankidan without a cracked tail. I don't know why. I did fix some clips in my Gabutira last time, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll just have to go and do some surgery. I don't want to twist it. That sounded really weird. Here we go. Full macho mode. Since last week I only faked macho mode. Kung Fu. His big. I think I've heard some people talk about, I don't know how a big hammer and a wrecking ball translate to Kung Fu, but who cares? It's really cool. I really like this guy. I mean, if you saw my last video, you know already kind of everything I love about the Kyoryuger toys. So, I love this. I think this would have been kind of cool. A little dull on the colors, maybe that's why they didn't do it. But again, he does do a unique announcement, Ganbun, so you can call this Kyoryugen Ganbun or something. I don't know. So having these two arms is fun and all. Of course, I can combine it with Kyoryugen, but there is a specific dinosaur that they go with in the show. Toba. My 00 Judenshi, my Judenshi collection is complete. So in case you're normal, unlike me, and you don't know how hard it is to find this guy's, it's a combination. He's hard to find, in good condition, and cheap. There are a lot of this guy available on JP Fans and other sellers, but he is crazy expensive, and a lot, I mean, not to say this was cheap, but a lot of the crazy expensive ones are still broken. Like, the arms are always kind of messed up, or maybe not even broken, but it'll be missing a Zyudenshi, which is fine. You can find number 0 Zyudenshis a lot, but even harder to find will be the spine, maybe the boomerang, the helmet. It'll be like, oh, here's a good Toba Spino, but an arm is missing. These are over 10-year-old toys, so I'm not surprised at any of this. I'm informing you guys. I like to inform. So, Toba Spino is here, and he's beautiful. I made sure to get one. I'm lucky his sounds ended up working, but I made sure at least to get one in physical working condition so I could have everything, and he looks so cool in person. This is just Gabutira, really. It's actually lesser Gabutira because he doesn't have a reader up here, but even to call him lesser Gabutira feels like an insult because his arms are new, his head is different, of course, and this is really just adding a new piece, but turning, like, this attaches like it's a helmet, but taking a T-Rex dinosaur robot mold and just creating a whole spino fin piece so that you can just attach it, and now it looks like a Spinosaurus, like, so easily. For a movie exclusive mecha, like, we stopped getting these. Debos in. I know it's not the Debos Judenshi, but and he has his own little feature with the boomerang popping out of his fin. Like, how can you not think this is one of the coolest mecha that we ever got? And then it's not just that. So on top of everything I said, he's got a sick-ass robot mode. I love the use of a visor instead of his normal face, or the two eyes like all the other Kyoryugers. And he's got his own special weapons, courtesy of our cool Spinosaurus piece, plus the fact he uses the other two, like the extra mecha. He's fine. His leg just moved a bit because I was holding him by the leg. Next up, another friend that I'm gonna have to piece together. Plezuo, or no, is it? It's Plezon. Sorry, Plezuo is the other mode. Here's Plezon. Very cool. We can also rotate these out. This is the Plesiosaur mode, right? And the other one was Rocket mode. I owned the American version of this, so this is a really cool, not full circle moment, but it is cool to be holding a fully painted up version, because if I recall, I don't even know if she had the yellow paint here, the American one, but she definitely didn't have all this purple. This yellow paint wasn't here, this white paint wasn't here, I think, and now this has like clear parts here, like in the show. I did get another Zyudenshi with this one. Brave in. And there's this little sliding mechanism. Oh, I turned her off. I like that. These go up. I forgot. Thank you for everyone who corrected me in the comments already. I also do want to mention, this girl, sorry, is also a real pain to find in the aftermarket. Not for like it's like the usual stuff, find one in good condition, cheap, blah blah blah, but a lot of them don't have this piece, and this is a nothing piece in its combination, but I want it because I want all the pieces. So there's also another piece that doesn't attach in this mode that she's supposed to come with, but I have something else in that other box for it, so we're gonna ignore it for now. I think it's funny that the name is just removing an N. I know the Japanese spelling's different because they add a... I guess American spelling, we would switch the N to an H, so we'd actually just draw a line on the N, on top of the N. But, I know in Japanese it would be switching, like... It would be adding an O, like Japanese king. But, anyways, Funky robot. I like how unique and different this one is. I mean, all the Kyoryuger ones are pretty weird and unique and different from each other. But this one I feel is especially weird because it has the symbol of the show on its chest. What I really like about this girl is that she still retains, well, we can detach that, but then you can attach like any other Judenshi to her arm, and both arms, but you probably want to keep this arm on because this doesn't have anywhere to store. But at least this left arm you can do some funny things with and get a cool different kind of plezu on going, or plezuo, sorry, I'm mixing up the names. Of course, I did not pick this arm on accident. The useless piece from earlier literally just serves to clip in here and give him a bit of a more complete chest. This guy is so insane. I love how this combination uses like the Gabutira. Like, I love how unique this thing combines. Like, using the Gabutira top half as a chest. Like, Gabutira is the chest now. And I love that Plezuo's legs. Like, I love Plezuo drops on top and the legs switch out to reveal our Judenshi pieces. So I'm not going to do it because I'm scared of breaking this more. I guess this was them making up for him not being part of a separate Kyoryuger combo, right? They gave him this super combo. Epic. And now for our last package, which you probably have a good idea of what it is. Big box. I am a little fearful and yet in awe of the size of this thing and the wallets of the people in 2013 that were shipping this to the United States. I shipped this from the United States as well, but I'm sponsored. I didn't pay for this whole thing. How are you doing this back then? What the I believe this is actually coming straight out of 2013. As you can see, everything is still in its plastic. Once again, in order to make sure that all the pieces were here, I got everything I wanted, I had to buy one sealed. Now you saw me not cut it. JP fans did have to pop this open to take out the batteries, again, as I mentioned earlier, or maybe I didn't mention earlier, just so I could get it through shippings without any customs issues. But besides that, nothing in here has been touched ever. Oh my god. Alright, let's put together Blagikas. I know he's supposed to have these pieces on him, but these are like just combination pieces, so I'm just going to put them off to the side so I don't have to deal with more stuff. Bit of a weird sound for a Brachiosaurus, but... Brave in. So I know he has a bunch of slots. Raven. 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 Brave in. That was a little underwhelming. But I know I can hit the button again. Where the frick is it? And I know he'll go through all the sounds. I'm really tired, so I'm not going to go through all of them. You can go look them up on your own. big. He's big. He's really fat. Like at the back. But from the front he looks pretty sick. I really like him. I love this staff weapon. I think that's cool. I also like, you can see all the guardians on him. Because he uses all of them. They're all inside him. I think that's cool. He's very cool. I mean, obviously I paid for him sealed, so I better like him. Okay, so this is the piece I was talking about earlier. You need this, and it just slides in here, and it keeps Kyoryugen's hips stationary. So when you put the heavy stuff on him, he doesn't break into a billion pieces. So Plezuo New would come with that, and a lot of people sell it separately. But since they can't assume you bought Bragio on its own, or with Plezuo, since they have no reason to assume that, he comes with his own. So since I got Bragio sealed, and I knew I'd get that piece, I did not worry about finding that piece separately, because I only need one. For Giga's body chunk, who do we have here? Oh man, I forgot to mention this earlier. So as I showed in my last video, I did have these 5 minus Bragigas. I had the American version of these 5, and I wanted our American Bragigas Titanomax Megazord, whatever, Titano Charge, I think that's what we called it. I wanted that really bad so I could do this combination. For some reason, Titanomax was really rare in America. I don't know why. And I found him, and it wasn't even hard. There was like dozens of him at a Target I went to. And I was with my parents and my mom, who usually is very mad when I buy toys. Sorry, Mom, for putting you on blast. But she was like, it's the thing you wanted. Do you want to buy it? So she was like, you should buy this thing. And I went, I don't need it anymore. What are we doing? Now it's more expensive than this fucking thing on the aftermarket. God, could you imagine if my younger self saw me now? If you saw me on camera holding this thing, and if I told him what I was doing for the 8 hours earlier in the day, oh my god. And of course, if I had a nice big display up here to show off everything, then we can also do, but I can still do this that we accidentally did earlier. We can do a big super final blast with our Judenshi. So not only thanks to JP fans, but also thank you to you guys. Just because JP fans wouldn't be sponsoring me without you guys watching my videos and stuff. As I mentioned, I will be working on a Kyoryuger review, and maybe these guys will appear in that. But until then, be sure to check out my other Kyoryuger and Super Sentai videos, and I hope to see you next time.